everyone, welcome to Liv's Views, where I share my views on TV shows and movies. Today, we're gonna be discussing reality dating shows. While I find them wildly entertaining, we have to agree they clearly don't work, and I'd like to examine why. With shows like The Bachelor boasting with a 15% success rate and The Bachelorette with 24, even Love is Blind with 33%, you have to ask yourself, if someone's really looking for love, is a reality dating show the best place to find it? Or is it the best place to find hundreds of thousands of followers and influencer deals? In this video, I'm going to be examining the 4 factors I believe are responsible for couples failing on reality dating shows. Factor number 1 is the fact that they all live in a false reality while being on these shows. The fact of the matter is, on these shows, they're not going to work, they're not interacting with family, and most of the times they're traveling to lavish destinations. And while that is all fun and games, when reality sinks in and they get home, the pressures of everyday life start to weigh on them. They get to know each other in an idealistic world where the everyday stresses we all face are eliminated. And when you usually get to know someone, you see easily how they adapt to a stressful environment, and you get to learn to know them in their everyday life. Where with them, that is completely removed. So the moment they get back home and people start to get stressed, people go back to work, there's no longer these lavish fun vacations, that's when reality truly sinks in, and that could be pretty difficult for a couple. But these couples have just no idea how they are going to be functioning in their everyday lives because they are used to this idealistic world. The second factor is pretty simple. It's fame and money. It is a well-known fact that some of these reality stars go on to become influencers, which has become a pretty lucrative business. Some of them definitely trade in some of their reality stardom for the influencer game. Then, like on the latest season of Love is Blind, we have people like Irina. She's the resident mean girl, but also a small business owner. And one could see how she thought it would be beneficial to go on a reality dating show and how that would be able to affect her business positively. Unfortunately, due to her personality, a lot of people dislike her, and this has led to a negative effect on her business. Not only did she barely gain any followers, she had to put out an apology video, and each of the posts on her Instagram where she promotes her business, she has to turn the comments off because people are leaving mean comments underneath it. So at the end of the day, it didn't work out as well for her, but there's a lot of motivation for someone to go on a show like that. And I can honestly see attention, fame, and money being a pretty big one. The third factor is pretty simple. The excitement of it all just wears off. This goes hand in hand with them living in a false reality. Once they return home, they're left with mundane tasks. Last but not least, we have factor number 4, pressure. There's a lot of pressure involved with going on these shows. Knowing that a lot of your friends, family, and co-workers will inevitably see you possibly make a fool of yourself on national television. There's also some pressure to succeed. Nobody wants to be the guy or girl who's voted out at the first night and never even gets a chance to connect like in The Bachelor, or nobody wants to be the person that doesn't even have the chance to form a connection with someone in the pods like in Love is Blind. Everyone wants to succeed. They don't want to go on these reality shows just to return home and say, well, I made it through night 1, or oh, I didn't form a connection in the pods. I feel like there's definitely an innate want to succeed or to find love in some cases, because there are a few people who go on these shows who truly want to find love. We can see this simply in people like Brett and Tiffany, who you can see was like truly seeking love, and they found each other, and I really hope it works out for them. But that is it for why I think reality TV shows don't work. Let me know what your opinions are